Hello everyone, this is Al Red Sox Fan coming to you from Al Red Sox Fan YouTube channel. Hope all is well. And we're going to continue with our Strat-O-Matic Baseball Card&Dice 1983 1-and-done tournament. This is the last ticket to be punched to the Final Four. 3 teams have already punched their ticket, and the fourth one will go to either the Atlanta Braves or the Detroit Tigers. Those other 3 games are up on the channel for your viewing pleasure. The Braves are the 4 seed, and they were 87 and 75 in 1983, taking on the 3 seed here in Detroit, the Tigers, who are 92 and 70. At the ballpark here, we have Tribes Fan 879. Check out that wonderful Strat-O-Matic Card and Dice channel as he does his Colorado Rocky replay. Let's get to the starting lineups and roll some baseball. On the mound for the Atlanta Braves will be Pascual Perez, 15 and 8 with a 3.43. Opposing him for the Tigers will be Dan Petry, 19 and 11 with a 3.92 earned run average. The Braves starting lineup: Brett Butler's in left, he'll bat first. Doing the catching, batting second, is Bruce Benedict. Dale Murphy's in center field, and he will bat third. Horner is at third base and will be the cleanup hitter. Chris Chambliss bats fifth and plays first. Ramirez is at short and will bat sixth. Claudel Washington's in right field, batting seventh. Glenn Mothered Hubbard is batting eighth, playing second base. And one of my all-time favorite names, besides John Walkenfuss, Biff Pocoroba will be the DH for the Braves and will bat ninth. For the Tigers, leading off, playing shortstop, is Alan Trammell. He'll be followed by the first baseman, Ian Scabell, batting third. Trammell's partner in crime up the middle, Lou Whitaker, playing second. Larry Herndon's in left. He's the cleanup hitter. Lance Parrish will do the catching and bat fifth. Chet Lemon patrols the center field area for the Tigers and will bat sixth. Batting seventh in right field is Wilson. The DH is Kirk Gibson, batting eighth. And Castillo, boy, I spelled his name wrong. That should be a C, I think. There we go. Castillo will be at the hot corner for the Tigers and bat ninth. John Walkenfuss is not in the game, but he is in the dugout with his 5 pet platypuses. All right, so here comes Brett Butler to lead things off against Dan Petry. Petry is a right-handed pitcher. Point of weakness starts in the 7th. The point of weakness check. Pascual Perez is also a right-handed pitcher, and his point of weakness check also starts in the 7th. So here comes Brett Butler. He's a lefty. Petry nods his head. Parrish sets the target. Ball game on its way. The pitch to Brett Butler. 3s across the board. That's a 3-6. Right-handed pitcher. 3-6. Ground ball to third. That's going to be out number 1 as Castillo fires to Cabell. So 1 down. Julian 10 is at the ballpark. He says, "Let's go Tigers." He just put up a basketball game using Action PC Basketball. Please check out that wonderful channel. Here comes Bruce Benedict. He's doing the catching. He's a righty. Righty-righty matchup. The windup and the pitch to Bruce Benedict. 5-4. Will it close the door on Bruce Benedict? 5-4. Ground ball to third base. Castillo's in there for his defense. He's a 2. That's a 2 and a 5. He charges it, bare hands, throws to Cabell. Out! They just get Benedict. So that's 5-3. 2 plays in a row for the third baseman. As my dyslexia kicked in, I went 3-5. For Butler, it's 5-3. So 2 outs, base is empty. And I'll bring up the center fielder, Dale Murphy, the Murph. He's a right-handed batter. Parrish wiggles the fingers. The pitch to Murphy. 1-11. Righty-righty matchup. 1-11. Ground ball to short. Trammell has it. Throws to Cabell, and the side is retired. So Petry does his JOB. 3 ground balls, 3 outs. And we go to the bottom of the first, scoreless here in Detroit. Due up for the Tigers, Trammell, Cabell, and Whitaker. And Pascual Perez goes out to the mound. The Jerry Curled Wonder. And he'll face Alan Trammell. Trammell, you want to keep him off the base paths. He's an ace stealer. Perez, he's ready. He rocks and deals to Alan Trammell. 4-8. Righty-righty matchup. 4-8. Swing and a miss. Trammell chased high and in. Try to jack it out of the ballpark. So Pascual Perez starts the game off in style with a strikeout of Alan Trammell. That'll bring up the first baseman, Enos Cabell, another right-handed batter. Benedict sets the target. The pitch to Cabell. 1-5. 1-5. And that is a shot. Left center field. No one's going to get that. It's going to hop to the wall. And it will be a one-out double for Enos Cabell. A 1 through 10 would have been a homer. We rolled a 13, so it's a one-out double for Enos Cabell on the 1-5. Cabell will not be held on with one out. He's a D-stealer. And here's Lou Whitaker, left-handed batting second baseman. Whitaker looking to knock in the first run of this ball game. Pascual Perez pays no attention to Cabell. He nods his head, arms down to his chest, the leg kick and the pitch to Lou Whitaker. 2-4. Will it close the door? 2-4. Fly ball, center field B. Making the catch for out number two is Murphy. And Cabell will hold at second. He will be off on contact now. They will hold him close. There will only be a +1, 1 through 14. And here comes the cleanup hitter, left fielder Larry Herndon. Pascual deals quickly to Herndon. 3-6. Pick up some sticks. Righty-righty matchup. 3-6. And that's a single. Past the dive of the shortstop. Ramirez. 1 through 18 is a single. Only one star, though. So holding at third is Cabell. As he just didn't... 2 outs, he should be off on contact, but he had a brain fart. And Herndon singles. First and third, 2 outs. Tigers trying to jump on top. They want that last ticket to the Final Four. ID gestures at the ballpark. Check out that wonderful channel. And also our good friend Larry Harris. And here comes the catcher, Lance Parrish. 2 outs, 2 on, first and third. The pitch to big Lance Parrish. Perez tosses up a 2-10. Righty-righty matchup. 2-10. Fly ball deep to left, but not deep enough. Butler at the track makes the catch. The side is retired. The Tigers strand 2. We're through 1. Scoreless here in Detroit. Winner advances to the Final Four. So the Jerry Curled Wonder pitches out of the jam. And Dan Petry goes back out on the mound for the Tigers. He will face Horner, Chambliss, and Ramirez. Here's Bob Horner, power hitting. Well, we had a little issue there. Are we still on the air with the mic? Yes, we are. All right. Power hitting third baseman Bob Horner. He could give the Braves a 1-0 lead with a mighty swing from his tomahawk. The pitch to Horner from Petry. 6-10. 6-10. Boom goes the ball, and Bob Horner crushes that ball to center. That's a bippity-boppity boom to the moon, Alice. And it is 1-0 Braves. We were just talking about it, and Bob Horner swung a mighty tomahawk there as he scalped that Petry pitch. Let's do a double check. 6-10, righty-righty. Home run, normal power 1 through 19. Well, Bob Horner has normal power, and we rolled a 12. So it's the Braves who jump out on top 1-0. On the Horner, solo blast to lead off the top of the second. Much jubilation in that Braves dugout. Boom goes the ball as we listen to the replay. And Bob Horner touches them all. Now I'll bring up Chris Chambliss, left-handed batting first baseman. Petry has to regroup on the mound. He takes a deep breath. He rocks and deals to Chambliss. 6-10. 6-10. Boom goes the ball, and Chris Chambliss will touch them all. Against a left-handed batter, home run 1 through 7, re-rolled to 6. Normal power for Chambliss against righties, and it's back-to-back jacks. The Tomahawks are flying, and the balls are getting scalped here in Tigers Stadium by the Braves. Back-to-back jacks from Horner and Chambliss. To the moon, Alice. It's a bippity-boppity-boom. And the Braves are up 2-0. To the sounds of silence here in the Motor City, Detroit, Michigan. And here comes Rafael Ramirez. Odds of him hitting a home run slim to none. He has weak power, so he will not get any type of split. But there are no outs, and it's 2-0. Lance Parrish goes out to the mound to have a word with his beleaguered pitcher right now. Now he's back behind the plate. Petry looks a bit shell-shocked. He rocks and deals to Rafael Ramirez. 5-7. Righty-righty matchup. 5-7. And that is a line shot. Then Whitaker leaps in the air. Snow cones it for out number 1. Holy cow. In the words of the late, great Phil Rizzuto. 5-7. Single 1 through 18. We rolled a 20. A leaping line drive. A leaping catch on the line drive by Whitaker. He snow coned it. And that's out number 1. Petry's not fooling anybody in this inning. Great play. Line out 6. So 1 away. Now bring up the left-handed batting right fielder, Claudell Washington. Washington can go bippity-boppity-boom, though he has weak power against righties, though. So it'll be tougher for him to go bippity-boppity-boom off the pitcher card. Actually, he can't go bippity-boppity-boom. Here's the pitch to Washington. Petry trying to get back on track here. That's a 1-6. Pick up some sticks. Right-handed pitcher, 1-6. Swing and a miss. Out number 2. Applying the tag is Parrish, as the ball must have hit the dirt. So after back-to-back homers, a great play by Whitaker, and a strikeout of Washington. 2 outs, bases empty, and here comes the number 8 batter, Glenn Mother Hubbard, the second baseman. He's a right-handed stick. The windup and the pitch to Hubbard. 2-6. 2-6, ground ball to short. Trammell fires to Cabell, and the side is retired. But back-to-back jacks by Horner and Chambliss give the Braves a 2-0 lead as we go to the bottom of the second. Winner advances to the Final Four in our one-and-done 1983 tournament. So Petry just shaking his head, going back to the dugout. Jack Dawson's at the ballpark. Check out that wonderful channel. He had some basketball going on today. EA Sports. DJ John 44. Hope all is well. I am getting my Strat cards tomorrow, my friend. I just got my notification. So tomorrow I will get the 2019 season. I will get the 70s B set and the Negro Diamond set. Negro League Diamond set. I'm very psyched. Very psyched. And Abba Brian! I just finished listening to a wonderful basic Strat game. He's doing a Strat tournament 1960 between the Red Sox and the Kansas City Athletics. As absolutely wonderful. The Dog Show is here. Another wonderful channel. Please subscribe to him. Abba Brian. Salvador America. How you doing? Hope all is well. Many luminaries at the ballpark tonight. So due up for the Tigers in the bottom of the second, trailing by 2. Chet Lemon, then Wilson and Gibson. Lemon, the Tigers center fielder, awaits the Pascual Perez pitch. And here it is from the Jerry Curled Wonder. That's a 111. Righty-righty matchup. 111 ground ball to third. That's going to be out number 1. So Lemon is retired 5-3 on the nice play by Bob Horner, who homered in the last inning. And here's Glenn Wilson. Right-handed batting right fielder. The high leg kick and the pitch from Perez. 4-5. 4-5 fly ball to center field. Murphy's camping. That's out number 2. And Perez very animated on that mound. I wonder if any of the Jerry curl is getting on that ball. 2 outs, base is empty for Kirk Gibson, the designated hitter. Let's see if Kirk can get a hold of one, though he had a down year before a good year in '84. He had 401 at-bats, only batted .227 with 15 homers. Not bueno. Marty Castillo, the Punch and Judy third baseman, on deck. Here's the pitch to a very angry Kirk Gibson. He's always angry. And it is a 2-4. 2-4 fly ball to right field. Washington is there. He makes the catch. 1, 2, 3 go the Tigers. We go to the top of the third. 2-0 Braves. As Gibson turns and goes to the dugout. Gibson played college football, I believe, at Michigan State. Top of the third, 2-0 Braves. It'll be Biff Pocoroba, followed by Brett Butler and Bruce Benedict. Here comes Biff Pocoroba. DH, backup catcher. The pitch to the Pocoroba. Petry fires in a 6-3. What will it be? We shall see. Left-handed batter. 6-3 ground ball. Slowly hit the first. Cabell charges. Tosses to Petry, who steps on the bag for out number 1. They get Pocoroba by 2 steps. So Biff Pocoroba's out. DJ John 44 asks a very important question. Did IDJ get the new Strat cards? You'd have to ask him, but my guess is no. Appa Bryant says, anyone loving the new Appa playoff format suggested, including 14 teams and whoever else would like to play? No, I don't like it. Here's what they should do. I already went on a rant about that. American League, National League. You take the top 8 teams, first round, best of 3, with the home team, with the better team. And then you go move on, so on and so forth. Get rid of the divisions. No more divisions. Take the best 8 teams. You're adding playoff teams. The best 8 teams. 16. So half the teams are going to make the playoffs. I can live with that. And the first round, you got to cut some regular season games out or play some doubleheaders, which I know they're not playing doubleheaders. Okay. Personally, I like the playoff system, but if they want to do it, top 8 teams from the American League, National League, and you play it out. Hell, if they want to get creative, take the top 8. You don't even give a poop about American League, National League. Match them up and let them play. If you want to get creative, like they used to do in the old when hockey was great. But yeah, top 8 from American League, National League, first round, best out of 3, played at the higher seed, all 3 games. You don't get rewarded for not winning more games. All right, back to our game. 1 out, top of the order. Here's Brett Butler. Butler grounded to third. The pitch from Petry to Butler. 4-7. Left-handed batter. 4-7. That's a walk. So Brett Butler walks. And he is a threat to steal. He's an ace stealer. They'll hold him close. Parrish has a -3 arm, so an ace stealer, -5 altogether. 1 through 10. He's staying put. 1 out. Bruce Benedict, the catcher, comes to the plate. He grounded to third. Petry hoping to induce a double play ball. The pitch to the Braves catcher. It's a 4-6 to Benedict. Right-handed batter. 4-6. Strike 3! Breaking ball hits the outside corner. Benedict could not pull the trigger. 2 down. 2 down. Butler will go to a +1 now. They're holding him on at first, so 1 through 17. Here's Dale Murphy, the center fielder, who grounded to short. Petry works quickly to Murphy. 4-8. Righty-righty matchup. 4-8. Fly ball to right. That's going to be out number 3. Making the catch is Wilson. The walk does not hurt. We go to the bottom of the third. 2-0 Braves. What I like to see baseball do is, I've already said it, the pitcher pitch, the batter stay in the box. You get to bowl over anyone you want, including the first base coach, third base coach. I'm joking there, but just play the game. Make them play the game. Make pitcher, we can't make them do that. Let's have starting pitchers, if they're doing all right, pitch more than 5 innings. Mind-numbing how Jacob deGrom comes out of games. Oh my God. He's one of the best pitchers in baseball. They don't let the kid pitch. You want to know ratings down? Baseball is a regional sport anyway, but don't you think people want to watch Jacob deGrom pitch as opposed to, deGrom's pitched his 5 1/3 innings, and now we're going to go to a stinky bullpen. Yeah, that's what I want to see. No, I want to see how many strikeouts he can get, as long as he's okay health-wise. So Pascual Perez, the Jerry curled wonder, goes back up on the bump with a 2-run lead, bottom of the third. He will face the number 9 batter, punch and Judy hitter Marty Castillo. Then he'll be followed by Alan Trammell and Enos Cabell. The pitch to Marty Castillo, 2-10. 2-10, ground ball right back to Perez. He throws to first, 1 away. Yeah, pitch counts are stupid. You either know the guy can... oh my God, he threw 80 pitches. We're going to take him out in the 4th. Well, if he's okay, let him keep pitching. If he looks like he's not okay, take him out. And here's another thing. Throw strikes! If Jesus. Oh my God. Here's Alan Trammell. He struck out his first time up against Perez. The pitch to Alan Trammell. Tigers shortstop, 4-4. Will it close the door on Trammell? 4-4. Ground ball to third base. Third baseman is Horner. He's a 4, and that's an 11. So a 4 and 11 is going to go to a defense check. E17 for Horner. We roll the 2 red die. That's an 8. I think he makes the play on the E17. So E17, 8. He backhands it, fires across to Chambliss, 2 down. Nice play by Bob Horner on the hard hit ball by Trammell, who's now 0 for 2. 2 outs, base is empty. Again, 2-0. Bottom of third. Braves are in the lead. Enos Cabell doubled, reached third, and was stranded there. He just missed a homer. Perez with the high leg kick and the pitch to Enos Cabell. 4-12, righty-righty, 4-12. Line shot right at Chambliss. And the side is retired. Cabell hit it on the screws to his counterpart for out number 3. We're through 3 here at Tiger Stadium. 2-0 Braves. We go to the top of the 4th. Dan Petry goes back out to the bump. He will face Bob Horner, Chris Chambliss, and Ramirez. Horner and Chambliss went back-to-back jacks in the top of the 2nd, thus the 2-0 lead for the Braves. Let's see how Petry pitches to Big Bob Horner. He rocks and deals. 3-4 from Petry. 3-4, ground ball to third. Castillo throws to Cabell, 1 away. Much better result, though. Had we rolled a couple more up, it would have been another homer. And now bring up the Braves' first baseman, Chris Chambliss. He homered his first time up. Parrish goes through the signs. A quick nod of the head from Petry. The pitch homer bound to Chris Chambliss. 2-6. Right-handed pitcher, 2-6. Ground ball to second. Whitaker to Cabell. 2 down. So Petry has the ground ball rocking and rolling this inning. He's keeping it down. The Braves batters have pounded the ball into the dirt. And that will bring up Rafael Ramirez. Ramirez was robbed of a hit from Lou Whitaker when Whitaker went leaping in the air and snow coned a line drive. Petry and the Tigers looking for a 1-2-3 inning. They deal. Ramirez, 6s across the board. That's a 6-12. 6-12, ground ball to second base. Whitaker is a 1, and that's a 17. A 1 and a 17 spells out number 3. As Whitaker throws to Cabell, rinse and repeat. The side is retired. We go to the bottom of the 4th here in Detroit. Still 2-0 Braves on the back-to-back jacks in the second by Horner and Chambliss. Petry seems to be back on track. Appa Bryant says, Chambliss is still breaking my heart in Kansas City. So due up for the Tigers, trailing by 2. Whitaker, Herndon, and Lance Parrish to face the Jerry curled wonder, Pascual Perez. Whitaker flew out to center. Here's the pitch to Whitaker. I almost call him Sweet Lou Piniella. And that's a 5-8 to Whitaker. Left-handed batter, 5-8. Ground ball to short. Ramirez is a 2. That's a 4. A 2 and a 4. Ramirez charges it. Bare hands. Quick flip to Chambliss, who scoops it out of the dirt for out number 1. What a play by Ramirez. Whitaker's now 0 for 2. And Pascual Perez very animated towards his shortstop on that great play. Jerry curl flying all over the place. Philip Reynolds is at the ballpark. Check out his wonderful channel. That'll bring up Larry Herndon. Herndon singled his first time up. Cleanup hitter for the Tigers. Perez peeks in. He gets the sign. The pitch to Larry Herndon. 5-6. Pick up some sticks. 5-6. That's a single to center. A 1 or a 2 would have been a double. We rolled a 17. So Herndon is 2 for 2. Both hits being singles. Tying run comes to the plate, and the power-hitting catcher, Lance Parrish, who flew out to left. Parrish had 27 homers and a .269 batting average in 1983. Chet Lemon on deck. Benedict goes out to have a word with Perez. Meeting adjourned. Benedict back behind the plate. Squats down, sets a target. Here's the pitch to his counterpart, Lance Parrish, with a runner at first and 1 out. That's a 2-9. 2-9. Swing and a miss. He chased the high heat. Pascual Perez pumps his fist and points at Lance Parrish. Boy, Parrish didn't like that, but Lance, you did strike out. So 2 outs. Herndon will be held close. All base stealers, C and above, are automatically held the way I play. And all base runners, when there's 2 outs, are automatically held. So Herndon will be off on contact, but he'll only be a +1, 1 through 15. Here's Chet Lemon. Let's see what Chet can do. He wants that 2 column. He's got some homers there. Perez doesn't want to see that. The high leg kick and the pitch to Chet Lemon. 6-3. What will it be? We shall see. 6-3. Ground ball back to Perez. He's a 2. Pitchers are a 2. And that's a 6. I think this is going to go to an error check. 2-6 goes to an error check, and he's an E27. So we need a high roll on the red die, and that's not going to do it. That's a 5. I believe that's going to be an error. So a 27 and a 5, and he boots the ball. A 1-base error. As it goes off his glove, he tries to pick it up. He drops it. Must have had Jerry curl on his hand. Advancing to second. The inning should be over as Larry Herndon. Reaching at first on the E1 is Chet Lemon. And striding the plate, trying to do some damage now, is Glenn Wilson. Wilson flew out to center. Benedict goes out to the mound to once again speak with Pascual Perez. Not very happy with himself. Perez nodding his head. As we see the conversation going, Benedict back behind the plate. 1 out, 2 on. Tying run at first, Chet Lemon. Lemon with decent speed, 1 through 14, but with 2 outs will be a +2. And Herndon will be a +1 because he's at second. They're going to try to hold him close. Wilson digs in. The pitch from Perez. 1-8. 1-8. Fly ball left field, not deep enough. Going back towards the line and making the catch is Butler. And the side is retired. Pascual Perez comes bounding off the mound. We're through 4, 2-0 Braves. We go to the top of the 5th. Due up for the Braves, Claudel Washington, Glenn Hubbard, and Biff Pocoroba. Blame it on the Pocoroba. Bum, bum, bum. So the Tigers leave 2 on. Dan Petry had that horrible hiccup in the top of the 2nd when Horner and Chambliss went back-to-back jacks, thus the 2-0 lead. Here's Claudel Washington. Washington was a strikeout victim of Petry. The pitch from Petry to Washington, 1-10. 1-10, that's a single to center. So Washington with a leadoff single. He's an A stealer. Again, he's not going anywhere. They hold him on, and then you have a -3 arm, so it goes to 1 through 10. Glenn Hubbard will come up. Hubbard, they think Hubbard's going to bunt, and that's just what he's going to do. So he goes from an A bunter to a B bunter. And we will now roll. He wants a low roll. That's a 5 on the sacrifice attempt. 5. Petry fields it. His only play is to first. He throws to Whitaker on the wheel play. Advancing to second is Claudel Washington. So scoring at home 1-4 on the sac bunt. So a good job by Glenn Mother Hubbard. Washington will be held on at second. And with under 2 outs, he's a -1. So 1 through 15. That brings up Biff Pocoroba, the DH. He grounded to first. Let's see what Pocoroba can do. He has a chance to knock in the duck on second base called Claudel Washington. The pitch to the Biff Pocoroba. 2-7. 2-7. Fly ball center field. And that will be out number 2. As Lemon makes the catch, Washington retreats back to first. So 2 outs, Washington will be off on contact. Now a +1, 1 through 17. Top of the order, Brett Butler. Butler has grounded to third and walked. Can he give the Braves a 3-0 lead? Petry peeks over his shoulder, now picks up the sign at the plate. The leg kick and the pitch to Brett Butler. 1-5. 1-5. Ground ball to first. Cabell has it. Tosses to Petry, who steps on the bag, and the side is retired. 3-1. Washington is stranded at second. We go to the bottom of the 5th, still 2-0 Braves. Due up for the Tigers, Gibson, Castillo, and the top of the order, Alan Trammell. And back up on the bump is the Jerry Curled Wonder, Pascual Perez. And here comes Kirk Gibson. Gibson, good pop in his bat, but just didn't make a lot of contact in 1983. He flew out to right. The pitch from Perez to Kirk Gibson. 4-3, what will it be? We shall see. Left-handed batter, 4-3, ground ball to first base. Chambliss is a 2, and that's an 11. Go to the defense chart. First base, 2-11 goes to an error check. Chambliss air ratings in E7. We roll the 2 red die. And it's a 7. So a 7 and a 7. And Chambliss makes the play on the hard hit ball. Takes it to the bag himself. 1 out. So Gibson is retired. He's 0 for 2. Muttering to himself. That brings up the Punch and Judy hitter Marty Castillo at third baseman. Pascual goes right at Castillo. He fires in a 6-8, right-handed batter. 6-8 fly ball right field. That'll be out number 2 as Claudell Washington makes the catch. So the bottom 2 hitters, ground out, fly out. Top of the order now. 2 outs, bases empty. And here's Alan Trammell. He's 0 for 2. He struck out and grounded to third. Perez looking for a quick 1-2-3 inning. The high leg kick and the pitch to Trammell. 6-5. 6-5. Slowly hit ball to second. Hubbard charges, throws to Chambliss, and the side is retired. Another 1-2-3 inning for the Jerry curled wonder, Pascual Perez. We're through 5. 2-0 Braves. We go to the top of the 6th. Due up for the Braves, Benedict, Murphy, and Horner. To face Dan Petry. Again, Petry had that horrible hiccup. Back-to-back jacks in the top of the 2nd from Horner and Chambliss. Thus, the 2-0 lead if you're just joining us. I think your favorite game should be the game you like to play. Whether it's multiple games or any game. You play the games you want to play, folks. And don't worry what other people think. So here's Bruce Benedict, Braves catcher. He's 0 for 2, a ground out, and a strikeout. Petry nods his head. Perez sets a target. The pitch to his counterpart, Bruce Benedict. 2-2. What will you do on a 2-2? 2-2, popped up foul. So Benedict is going to pop out to Lance Parrish, who holds the mask in his hand and catches the ball with one hand. 1 down. Striding to the plate for the Braves, the center fielder, Dale Murphy. Murphy is 0 for 2. He's grounded to short and flown to right. Petry shakes off Parrish. Now he nods his head. He rocks and deals to Dale Murphy. 3s across the board. That's a 3-6. 3-6, ball 4. He shouldn't have shook off Parrish. Parrish none too happy with that. Murphy walks. He's an ace stealer, but again, only 1 through 10 for successful stealing. They will hold him close, so it'll be 1 through 14. And Bob Horner, 1 for 2, a home run and a ground out. Petry hoping for the double play ball. The pitch to Big Bob Horner. 3-6. Pick up some sticks. 3-6. Boom goes the ball! And Bob Horner has just jacked it out of the ballpark to left. On the 3-6 off of his card, righty. It is a clean home run. So he's homered off the Petry card. Now he's homered off his own card. He has 2 for 3, and he's driven in 3 runs. You can hear a pin drop here in Tigers Stadium. A 2-run jack by Bob Horner. And it is 4-0 Braves. Another ball just got tomahawk chopped. You, my friend, have been scalped. It's a bippity-boppity-boom to the moon, Alice. So 2 more ribbies for Bob Horner. Scoring ahead of him, Dale Murphy. And there's still only 1 out. And it's 4-0. And the Tigers get bullpen action up quite quickly. They were warming, but now there's more urgency. And here comes Chris Chambliss. Chambliss is 1 for 2. He's homered and grounded to second. A lot of high fives and backslapping in that Braves dugout. Our good friend Sports Time Machine is at the ballpark. Check out that wonderful channel. Here's the pitch to Chambliss from Petry. Can he get his second home run? That's a 4-11. Left-handed batter. 4-11. Ground ball to first and Enos Cabell. Cabell is a 3 defender, and that's a 14. He might make this play on the 3-14. No, it's going to go to an error check. Cabell E6. That's not bad at all. Roll the 2 red die. That's a 9. He should make the play on an E6. And he does. Cabell has it. Goes to the bag himself for out number 2. Nice play on the backhand on the hard hit ball by Chambliss. So 2 outs. The crowd is still stunned. It is stunned silence here. 4-0 Braves. As Bob Horner goes yard for a second time, he's driven in 3 runs. He is 2 for 3, 2 homers and a ground out. Striding to the plate. Right-hand batting shortstop for the Braves, Rafael Ramirez. Ramirez has been robbed of a hit from Lou Whitaker and grounded to Whitaker. Here's the pitch to Rafael Ramirez. 2-10. 2-10. Boom goes the ball. Rafael Ramirez must have caught a wind gust because a 2-10, 1 through 13's a homer. We rolled a 10. Bippity boppity boom to the moon. Another home run by the Braves. And that is it for Mr. Dan Petry. Mr. Dan Petry, you have been scalped. It is now 5-0. Ramirez choking up on the bat. Catches a fastball that sneaks around the foul pole in right. He was behind on the pitch. Another home run for the Braves. And it's 5-0. And Petry has been TKO'd. Unbelievable. So we need a pitcher. Dan Petry. Petry went 5 1/3 and gave up 4 home runs. 2 to Horner, who drove in 3. A solo shot to Chambliss. And as we just witnessed, a solo shot to a weak hitting Ramirez. Actually, how many homers did he have? He had 7, but I mean, he caught a wind gust there. So 5 1/3 and 5 runs. And now we have to find a pitcher. No tomorrow. Then we'll go to Aurelio Lopez, the closer. It will be Aurelio Lopez. I think he was Senior Smoke. Was Aurelio Lopez Senior Smoke? He had that hair bounding out of his cap. Aurelio Lopez. I want to say he was Senior Smoke. And that means we change colors of the pen to red. So here comes Aurelio Lopez. He's good for 3 innings out of the pen. So Petry is done. Aurelio Lopez gets his warm-up tosses. Lopez will face Claudel Washington. Washington was 1 for 2 off Petry, a strikeout and a single. 5-0 Braves. Lopez has to really just shut them down and hope the Tigers' bats come alive and feast on the Braves. Here's the pitch to Aurelio Lopez. He's a right-hander, and he throws it in to Claudel Washington, a left-hander. So that is a 5-9. Left-handed batter. 5-9. Ground ball to second base. Whitaker is a 1. That's a 1-6. 1-6. He has it. He throws to Cabell. 2 down. Let's make sure we have the right amount of outs. That's it. That's 3 outs. I'm sorry. That is 3 outs. The inning is over. Glad I looked, because Benedict popped out to the catcher. Walk, home run. Ground out to Chambliss. Another home run. And now the ground out to Hubbard. The Braves strike for 3. They lead 5-0 as we go to the bottom of the 6th here at Tiger Stadium. The Braves looking to punch their ticket. The final ticket for the Final Four in our 1983 one-and-done tournament. And Sports Time Machine's thinking I hear trash cans banging somewhere. I don't think so. Good line, though. Good line. So Pascual Perez now with a 5-run lead, back up on the bump. Point of weakness check does not start till the 7th. It's the bottom of the 6th. He faces Cabell, Whitaker, and Herndon. Tigers' bats must come alive. Pascual Perez has been in an excellent rhythm. He pitches to Enos Cabell. 3-12. 3-12 to Cabell. 3-12. Line shot to the leaping Horner. Horner showed some ups. Out number 1. That's a double down the line. But Bob Horner's doing it all like Bogey and Bacall. 2 homers, 3 ribbies, and now a great play at the hot corner. And Enos Cabell just shakes his head. Braves throw it around the infield. They're feeling their oats. They're smelling that Final Four appearance. Now bring up the Tigers' second baseman, Lou Whitaker. He's 0 for 2. Perez, Jerry curl dripping from his cap. The high leg kick and the pitch to Whitaker. 1-8. 1-8 single to center. So Whitaker picks up his first hit. I believe that's only the 4th hit off Perez. So Whitaker's at first. They'll hold him on. B. Steeler. Striding to the plate, the cleanup hitter, Larry Herndon. Herndon needs to go bippity-boppity-boom. He is 2 for 2 with 2 singles. Perez peeks to first, hoping to induce a double play ball. As Hubbard and Ramirez pinch the middle. Now he rocks and deals to Larry Herndon. 2-5, 2-5. Hard hit ball to short. Ramirez, Hubbard, Chambliss, inning over. Just like you draw it up. 6-4 to 3. And the side is retired. So Herndon bangs into the 6-4 to 3 double play. And the Tigers remain scoreless. We go to the top of the 7th. 5-0 Braves. The Braves continue to scalp the Tigers. Tigers just want a little off the top. Well, they're getting a little more than a little off the top. Aurelio Lopez, Senior Smoke, comes back out on the mound in relief of Dan Petry. He'll face Hubbard, Biff Pocoroba, and Brett Butler. Hubbard is 0 for 1. He grounded out to short and had a successful sac bunt. Lopez. He's ready. He deals to Hubbard. 1-3. What will it be? We shall see. Righty-righty matchup. 1-3. Fly ball to left for out number 1. As Herndon makes the catch. And Hubbard turns and goes to grab some pie. Salvador America says, twin killing. Yes, it was, my friend. Yes, it was. And that brings up Biff Pocoroba. Blame it on the Pocoroba. Every time. All right, here's Biff Pocoroba, 0 for 2. Left-handed batter. Lopez picks up the sign from Parrish. Pitch homeward bound to Biff Pocoroba. Will he be dancing around the bases? 5-5. 5-5. Ball 4. So Biff Pocoroba gets on as he saunders down to first base. Blame it on the Pocoroba. So 1 out, 1 on. John Walkenfuss on the bench with his 5 platypuses. Not too happy, and the platypuses are very angry. They're very angry. They're demanding better from the Tigers. In fact, they want John Walkenfuss to come into the game. These are angry platypuses. So here comes Brett Butler. Double play ends the inning. Butler is 0 for 2. He has walked once and grounded out twice. Aurelio Lopez pays no heed to Biff Pocoroba, who's doing the samba at first. Here's the pitch to Brett Butler. 2-8. 2-8. That's ball 4. So Aurelio Lopez cannot find the plate. May be distracted by the dancing wonder Biff Pocoroba, who now sambas his way down to second. Fans here not taking kindly to these antics. So first and second, 1 out. Tigers continue with bullpen action. And here's Bruce Benedict. I'm enjoying Pine Tar. Appa Bryant says, Kurt Berglund has a lot going on with Pine Tar baseball right now. Fashioning great teams. Yeah, I do like Pine Tar. It's an enjoyable game for me. I still mess up a few rules. Not major mess-ups, but I went back through the game I played. Didn't affect anything, really. I missed a double. It possibly could have been a... I missed a strikeout, and we still got the guy out. So, all right, here comes Benedict. 5-0 Braves, looking to add to it. First and second, 1 out. Ariel Lopez not really helping out here. He rocks and deals to Benedict. Twos across the board. 2-4. Will it close the door? 2-4. Hard hit ball. Trammell, Whitaker, Cabell. Inning over. 6-4 to 3 DP. So Benedict bangs into the pitcher's best friend. 6-4 to 3. Side retired. Ariel Lopez and the Tigers needed that. They can't give up any more runs. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Still 5-0. Detroit. And Pascual Perez. Now point of weakness check starts, but he's been cruising on down the highway, Jerry Curl and all. He'll face Parrish, Lemon, and Wilson if anyone gets on an angry Kirk Gibson. But not as angry as 5 platypuses in that Tiger dugout. They are just glaring at Sparky Anderson, wondering when are you going to put John Walkenfuss in. All right, Lance Parrish. 0 for 2, a fly out to left and a strikeout. Perez nods his head. Benedict sets the target. The pitch to his counterpart, Lance Parrish, 4-7. 4-7, righty-righty matchup, and an 8, and that's a single. That is a single past the dive of Hubbard. So that's what the Tigers need, base runners, and Lance Parrish, has provided one. They need more. Chet Lemon, the center fielder, strides to the plate. He's 0 for 2. He did reach on the Pascual Perez era, and prior to that, he grounded to third. They're not holding Parrish on. He's a D-stealer. Perez. He's ready. The high leg kick and the pitch to Chet Lemon. 6-4. Will it close the door on Chet Lemon? 6-4. This will be a play for the catcher. Benedict is a 2, and that's an 11. So a 2 and an 11. A 2 and 11 goes to an error check. Benedict is an E3. He should make this play unless it's a horrific roll, and it's a horrific roll. That's a 3. So a 3 and an E3, and that's an error. That is an error. So a number in front of the plate. And Benedict has 2 left feet. And that's an E2. Usually a very solid defensive catcher. And these are the breaks the Tigers need. Advancing to second. Benedict was thinking to throw down to second. And he just muffed the ball. And then kicked it like a soccer player. And Chet Lemon reaches for a second time. An error on the pitcher. And now an error on the catcher. Will he go around the infield next? So no outs, 2 on. For Glenn Wilson. Boy, does he want to do damage. Wilson had 11 home runs, a .268 batting average. The platypuses are screaming for John Walkenfuss. They can be angry little mammals who lay eggs, who sort of look like a duck and a beaver. That's quite a drunk night at a bar, that's for sure. All right, let's see what Wilson can do. 5-0 Braves. They have some bullpen action now. They don't want to lose this lead. Here's the pitch to Glenn Wilson from Perez. 2-7. Righty-righty matchup. 2-7. Swing and a miss. And Pascual Perez with that high leg kick throws the flame ball by Wilson, who tried to make it a 5-3 game. And that's the 3rd strikeout for Pascual Perez. Double play gets him out of the inning. And here comes Kirk Gibson. Gibson, 27 homers, but a 218 batting average, I said? 227 batting average. I'm sorry, 15 homers and 227 batting average. He's 0 for 2. And He is flown to right and grounded to first. 5-0 Braves. Pascual Perez glares in at Gibson. Gibson glares out at Perez. Who shall win this challenge? Perez challenges him with the fastball. It's a 111. A 111. 111. Boom goes the ball! Kirk Gibson has just jacked that ball to dead center. Perez challenged him with the fastball, and Kirk Gibson won. It is now 5-3. Every run scored on a home run in this game. Gibson crushes the fastball, and the fans rise as one as there is still hope at Tigers Stadium. A 3-run blast, and Kirk Gibson is glaring at Pascual Perez all the way around the bases. As he touches home plate, stares out at Perez, and gives the throat slash. This is baseball at its finest. There is no love here on the baseball field. So Gibson goes bippity-boppity-boom to the moon, Alice. To the moon. 111. Righty-righty matchup. A clean homer off the Gibson card. 5-3 as the Tigers attempt to come back here. The error is a haunting error. As Benedict just hangs his head. They challenge Gibson, and Gibson won. He picks up 3 RBIs. Scoring ahead of him, Lance Parrish and Chet Lemon, who reached on the error by Benedict. 5-3, and just like that, cruising on down the highway, and point of weakness. Not yet. He needs to give up one more, but I think that's going to be it for Mr. Pascual Perez. The Jerry curled wonder, as that Jerry curl got the snot smacked out of it. And Kirk Gibson still jawing at every Brave on the field and in the dugout. 5-3. Marty Castillo comes to plate. There's only one out. The strikeout by Wilson. And they're going to let Perez pitch to Marty Castillo. Will we let Castillo hit? That's the question. Will they call for John Walkenfuss? Walkenfuss predominantly does not play against righties. Let's just... they're calling for him. John Walkenfuss. Yeah, not a good card against righties. Tom Brookins, putrid. Though he does have a home run on there. Wayne Krenicki, who can play third base, is coming out of the dugout. It'll be Wayne Krenicki. But if we go to Wayne Krenicki, then we have to go to the bullpen, and a lefty's coming in. And we have to play it the right way, folks. Let's see if they have a lefty who's any good. Yeah, Terry Forster, he's a lefty, and he's a flamethrower. So, which would nullify Krenicki, who doesn't get a freaking hit off of his card on a lefty. So we got Forster, Bedrosian. Let's get those guys out right here. We're not going to go to Wayne Krenicki because that's a waste. He's going to be out. Tom Brookins stinks. Again, he does have 3 and a high roll. John Walkenfuss, he's not going to get it done against righties. They're going to stick with Marty Castillo just because he's the better defender. And it's 5-3. And they're going to hope Marty somehow gets on base. That's what we're going to do. All right, after all that, we stick with Marty Castillo. Perez deals to Marty Castillo. 2-5 to Castillo. 2-5. Ground ball to short. Had we got a 2-6, would have been a single. And that's out number 2 as Ramirez throws to Chambliss. So 2 down. 5-3 thanks to the 3-run homer by Kirk Gibson. Gibson didn't play in the first game of the tournament for the Tigers. Top of the order, Alan Trammell. They got to get something done here. Trammell is 0 for 3, a strikeout and 2 groundouts. Perez will pitch to Trammell. On deck, Enos Cabell. Perez takes a deep breath. Jerry curl dripping all over the place. Arms down to his chest. The high leg kick and the pitch to Trammell. 4-12. Righty-righty matchup. 4-12. Line shot to the leaping Chris Chambliss. So we've seen homers from both corners, first and third, and now we've seen absolutely magnificent plays. That robs extra bases. Chambliss rolls the ball towards the Tigers' dugout, not happy with Gibson. There's drawing going back and forth, and the men in blue trying to restore order. The Tigers do score 3 on the Gibson blast. So they match the 3 in the top of the 6th with 3 in the bottom of the 7th, but they're still down 2. It's 5-2 Braves, and there's still a lot of jawing. Great play by Chambliss on the line drive to first. We go to the top of the 8th. We have a whole new ball game. So the reason why I stuck with Marty, because he's the best third baseman, and there's a big difference with the other 2 guys, the other 3 guys who can play third. They're absolutely putrid defensively. Obviously, if he comes up again, we're going to pinch hit for him. I didn't think it would have really mattered there. That's my thought process. Top of the 8th, Aurelio Lopez has to keep it a 2-run deficit. And he's going to face Murphy, Horner, and Chambliss. This has been the part of the order that has done the damage. Here's the pitch of Dale Murphy. He's 0 for 2. He did walk and score ahead of the Horner second homer. And 6-3, what will it be? We shall see. Righty-righty matchup. 6-3, be a ground ball to second base. And Whitaker's a 1, and that's a 10. Flip the advanced fielding chart. A 1 and a 10 goes to an error check. Whitaker is an E14. 7. Oh, I don't know how this is going to pan out. A 14 and a 7. He makes the play. So Whitaker knocks it down, picks it up, throws to first. 1 down. Murphy's retired. 1 out. 5-3 Braves. And here's Bob Horner. Horner is 2 for 3. 2 homers, 3 ribbies, and a ground out to third. He'd like to get a partridge in a pear tree by hitting his 3rd homer. Aurelio Lopez, Senior Smoke. Will he challenge him? He's going to come breaking pitch. 2-8. Righty-righty matchup. 2-8. Single to right. Bob Horner waited nicely on the curve and just takes it the other way to right. Single to right. 2-8. He's now 3 for 4. So Horner's at first. He runs not so well. But he is a C stealer, so by my own little rules, he'll be held on. He'll be a -1 until 2 outs, where he'll go +1. And here's Chris Chambliss. Chambliss is 1 for 3, a homer and 2 ground outs. Lopez hoping for the double play ball that will end it, like the previous inning. Chambliss digs in that left-hander's batter's box. He awaits the heat from Senior Smoke. Pitch homeward bound to Chambliss. Lopez fires in. 5-7. A left-handed batter. 5-7. Swing and a miss! He challenged him with a fastball. 2 down. And I used the wrong goddamn color. So we'll just circle these. So we know it was Aurelio Lopez. 2 down. Horner will be off on contact. He's now 1 through 11 as he's a +1. And here comes Rafael Ramirez. He hit the 3rd home run. Well, the 3rd player to hit a home run. Horner hit 2. Chambliss had 1. And Ramirez had 1. So it was a 4th home run off Petry, and that KO'd Petry. He's 1 for 3. His hit being the homer. The pitch to Rafael Ramirez. Lopez fires in a 5-6. Pick up some sticks. Righty-righty matchup. 5-6. Swing and a miss, and the side is retired. Lopez gives up a single, but strikes out 2. We go to the bottom of the 8th. 5-3 Braves. Pascual Perez is done. Is done. Let me say this one more time. Is done. He has got them to the 8th with the lead. And we've already taken out. So we have Cabell's a righty. Whitaker's a lefty. And Herndon and Parrish are righties. But we're just going to go with Terry Forster. He has the best earned run average. 216. He was 3-2. We got Bedrosian ready. So here comes Terry Forster. And he'll be red. Looking to close it out. He's good for 3 innings. We'd like to get 6 outs from Terry Forster. Relievers can always pitch in the next game of the tournament because we pretend like there's a day off. Starters obviously can't. All right, so Terry Forster is in the game. Pascual Perez can only win it. He cannot lose it. He went 7 innings, gave up 3 runs. Forster has a quick word with Bruce Benedict, and now he will face Enos Cabell. Cabell has doubled, line to first, and then line to third. Great play by Chambliss. Let's see what Enos Cabell can do. 5-3. Forster, power throwing lefty. The violent windup and the pitch to Enos Cabell. 4-4. Will it close the door? Cabell's a righty. 4-4. And Cabell smashes that ball down the line. It takes a funny bounce and gets away from the right fielder, Claudell Washington. It will be a leadoff triple. A 4-4 is a triple 1 through 9. We rolled an 8. So Terry Forster is not spelling relief. He is spelling agita, which is heartburn. A leadoff triple for Cabell. He has doubled and tripled. And here comes Lou Whitaker. And oh boy, that Braves dugout, which was so jubilant before, not so happy now. As Steve Bedrock Bedrosian continues to warm in the bullpen. But this is a lefty-lefty matchup. Forster needs a... infield plays normal. Let's see if Whitaker can knock in the 4th run for the Tigers. If he goes yard, it's a 5-5 ball game. Forster picks up the sign from Benedict. The windup and the pitch to sweet Lou Whitaker. 2-11. Lefty-lefty. 2-11. Line shot right at the shortstop Ramirez. He throws to third, but Cabell gets back. So Whitaker hits it on the screws, but right at the shortstop, Rafael Ramirez. 1 out. Braves breathe a sigh of relief. Julian 10 from the stands, screaming, "Let's go Tigers!" Cheering along with John Walkenfuss's platypuses in the dugout. The platypuses are rocking and a-rolling. They're crazy mammals who lay eggs who look like a duck and a beaver in what had to be a very sultry night at a bar to greet that lovely animal. All right, here's Larry Herndon. 1 out, Cabell at third. Forster staying in there. Herndon ready to grip and rip. Pitch homeward bound. 2-6, pick up some sticks. Left-handed pitcher, 2-6, ground ball to short. Rinse and repeat. Ramirez looks Cabell back. Throws to first. Is ground ball A. No one advances on a ground ball A. And there's 2 outs. This could be a mega squander. A leadoff triple. Now there's 2 outs. And here comes Lance Parrish. Lance Parrish. John Walkenfuss has a bat in his hands. They're not going to pinch it for Parrish. Chet Lemon's on deck. They're not going to pitch it for him. But Walkenfuss is ready. The platypuses are ready. The platypuses, look at them. Look at them. Furry animals that look like a duck, sort of. They're very excited. They're excitable little creatures. Platypus hats all through Tiger Stadium. They are the unofficial mascot of the Tigers. Do you believe it? Foster trying to stop it here and now. He hates platypuses. The pitch to Lance Parrish. 5-6, pick up some sticks. Right-handed batter. 5-6, swing and a miss! Terry Forster points to the dugout, gives the finger to the platypuses, and the side is retired. Wow. They squander a leadoff triple. Forster does his job. We go to the top of the ninth. And the platypuses are sad. They're sad. Top of the ninth. Aurelio Lopez, Senior Smoke, back up on the mound. Not point of weakness check for him because he's only pitched an inning and... Wait, I'm wrong there. He has pitched 2 1/3, so it is point of weakness check. All right. The platypus is just, they're distraught. They're distraught. They're very distraught. Who wouldn't want to have 5 pet platypuses? Come on. They're wonderful creatures. Though John Walkenfuss trying to calm them down in the dugout, his furry little friends who have a duck bill and lay eggs and are mammals. That's what happened when you have a lustful evening and you're drunk at a bar. Alrighty, so due up for the Braves, Claudel Washington, Glenn Mother Hubbard, and Biff Pocoroba. Blame it on the Pocoroba. Anytime. All right, here we go. Aurelio Lopez deals to Claudel Washington, who is 1 for 3. That's a 6-5. Great to be alive. Lefty, 6-5. Ground ball to short. Trammell is a 1, and that's a 19. You are out, son. I don't even have to look. 6-3. So Senior Smoke gets Washington to bang out to Trammell. 1 down. They've got to keep it a 2-run deficit. Baby Shark versus Platypus. Platypus wins. Platypus wins all the time. Platypuses are nice, but they have this vicious personality. Plus, they're packing. They're carrying. You got to watch out. Here comes Glenn Mother Hubbard. 0 for 2. Ground out. Fly out and a sack bunt sandwiched in there. Senior Smoke picks up the sign from Lance Parrish. He rocks and deals to Glenn Mother Hubbard. 5-8. Will it be great? Righty, ready, match up. 5-8. Swing and a miss! It's great for Aurelio Lopez. Lopez 1 out away from doing his job. Dan Petry was putrid. He gave up 5 runs on 4 homers. And here comes everyone's favorite, Biff Pocoroba, as he sambas his way to the plate. And the Detroit fans and the Platypuses are not very happy with these antics, as Forster again gives them the finger. Pocoroba digs in. Had this not been a tournament game, Aurelio Lopez might just plant this ball and give him a nice tattoo in the small of his back. You know what I'm saying? Here's the pitch to Biff Pocoroba. 6-5. Left-handed batter. 6-5. Ground ball to short. Alan Trammell's a 1. It's a 1-12. 1-12. It goes to an error check. Trammell. I'm looking at the wrong team. Trammell's an E16. That's a 7. I think he makes a play. 16 and a 7. He gobbles it up like a kid with candy, fires to Cabell, and the side is retired. Trammell says, go somber your way back to the bench, you Biff Pocoroba. We go to the bottom of the ninth. We go to the bottom of the ninth. The Braves 3 outs away from advancing to the Final Four of our 1983 1-and-done tournament. The Tigers, the 3 seed, facing the Braves, the 4 seed, are 3 outs away from very angry platypuses. Distraught platypuses. Distraught fans. They're all wearing the platypus hats. They have actually lobbied and petitioned to have Detroit change their name from the Tigers to the Platypuses. And it's Terry Forster. Will be back up on the bump. Chet Lemon, Glenn Wilson, and Kirk Gibson. Oh boy. Here comes Chet Lemon. Lemon, he really needs that 2 column, whether righty or lefty. He's got homers on it. And he's 0 for 3. Though he's been on base twice, error by the pitcher, Pascual Perez, then an error on the catcher. He scored on that one, on the 3-run homer by Kirk Gibson. Prior to that, both of those errors, he grounded to third. Terry Forster, 3 outs away from giving the double bird to the Tigers. Here's the pitch to Chet Lemon. It's a violent game. That's the way we play it. 6-8. Will it be great? We shall see. Right-handed batter. 6-8. Fly ball. Deep, but not deep enough. Making the catch is Butler in left. 1 down. The Braves are 2 outs away. And the Platypuses look to Sparky Anderson. Wilson is 0 for 3. And that is it. The call to John Walkenfuss. And here comes Johnny Walkenfuss. Is he a lefty, though? Before I get all into my whole John No, he's a righty. I knew that. And John Walkenfuss grabs a bat. He can play all over the freaking place. Of course, he can't play right. Really? Catcher, first, third, left. He plays none of them very well. Are you kidding me? We don't have another right field. Oh, Gibson. Then we lose our DH. No, Leach. We're going to save Leach for... maybe we go Leach now. No, but Leach is a lefty. We're not going to go Leach now. What am I doing? Here comes John Walkenfuss. And the Platypuses are very excited. So here comes Johnny Walkenfuss. God, I used to love saying that name as a kid. Walkenfuss. Here's Walkenfuss. Could be his last at-bat in the tournament. He actually had a good first game. Again, the Tigers were one of the 8 teams that got an automatic bye to the Sweet 16. So here comes Johnny Walkenfuss. Pinch hitter. So Wilson is out. Walkenfuss is in. 1 out. 5-3 Braves, bottom of the 9th. Forster deals to the right-handed batting John Walkenfuss, the man who owns 5 platypuses. 6-8. 6-8. Pops it up, third base, very anticlimactic, out number 2. Bob Horner makes the catch near the bag. And Walkenfuss goes back to the dugout. But look at those furry little bastards, those platypuses. They are consoling their beloved John Walkenfuss. They're saying, nice try, nice try. You'll get a trophy. And Terry Forster looks at them and gives them the finger. So pop out 5. The Braves 1 out away. And here comes Kirk Gibson. Lefty-lefty matchup. And Gibson needs a 1, 11, or 12, and that's a homer. Other than that, he is out pretty much on everything else. And they're going to go... Walkenfuss DH the first game in the tournament for the Tigers. We just used him as a pinch hitter, and he popped out to third. Tom Brookins is the only other right-handed batter we have. And his card's not... the 2 has a lot on there. Tom Brookins will pinch hit for Kirk Gibson. Aspie for Baseball. How you doing? Thank you for joining us. Well, you gotta enjoy. I hadn't played Strat in a long time. I started playing again 2018 Card&Dice. It's a lot of fun. So do we go to Tom Brookins, who 214, but the 2 column, better chance of him getting on base. He does have a clean homer, 212. Gibson has a homer on the 1, 12, and 11. And then he needs to get the 3. An 11's a walk. A 12's a single, 1 through 8. He has a lot of outs on that. The 4 is a slight chance of a homer on the 1, 1 through 3. He has a lot of outs. So here comes Tom Brookins. We're going to go with Tom Brookins to pinch hit. And Kirk Gibson's none too happy. And they're going to stick with the lefty because we go to Bedrosian, I guess. They're gonna stick with the lefty. So Kirk Gibson's out. And nope, they've decided they're gonna go to Bedrosian, the righty. So here comes Steve Bedrock Bedrosian. So Forster's day is done. Forster went an inning and a third. An inning and 2/3, excuse me. An inning and 2/3. He's responsible for nobody. Gave up no runs. Got out when that Cabell had the leadoff triple, then line out, ground out, strikeout. And he's had a fly out and pop out here in the bottom of the ninth. And here comes Bedrosian. His color will be green. He needs to get one out, and the Braves will tomahawk their way to the Final Four as they would have scalped the Tigers. So here comes Steve Bedrosian. And he will face the pinch hitter Tom Brookens, righty-righty matchup. Brookens 214, 6 homers, 3 triples, and 13 doubles. He needs to get the 2-column. 3-column has some stuff there. This is it, folks. This is it. This is it for the Tigers. They got to get a base runner here. Bedrosian's done with his warm-up tosses. A quick word with Benedict, who just says, let's end it here and now. I hate those freaking platypuses. Brookens choking up a bit on the bat. He just wants to get it to Manny Castillo. And that would be a pinch hitter coming up. Bedrosian. Sidearm submarine delivery. 5-8 to Tom Brookens. 5-8. Swing and a miss, and the ball game is over just as Nurse Teresa comes home. So Bedrosian strikes out the pinch hitter Brookens. He's going to get the save. He pitched a third. So he gets the save. Terry Forster gets the hold. And the win goes to the Jerry Curled Wonder, Pascual Perez. Petry gave up all 5 runs on 4 homers. He gets the loss. Ariel Lopez did his job. He pitched 4 2/3. He pitched 4 2/3 of scoreless ball. Did I do that right? 3 2/3. 3. I was going to say 3 2/3 of scoreless ball. Player of the game, Bob Horner. 3 for 4, 2 homers, 3 ribbies. Honorable mention, Pascual Perez. And the bullpen. Forster and Bedrosian, 2 scoreless innings. And that's it, folks. The Final Four is set. And the last ticket to be punched are the Braves as they scalp the Detroit Tigers. The Platypuses are highly disappointed. And as promised, Terry Forster gives them the double bird. Moni G has joined us at the ballpark. Hope all is well. And that's it, folks. That is it. There is no more platypus fever anymore. So the Final Four is set, and that'll be coming up soon. Thank you for joining me. Health and happiness. Till next time, take care. Bye-bye. God bless. Enjoy life. It is short. Enjoy your loved ones. Give them a hug and a kiss. Till next time, you know what's coming, folks. Peace!